The Party Stopper. The young couple were throwing a housewarming party. They had bought a house in Vancouver, Canada only a few months before. The time was the 1930s. They had bought the house from a middle-aged man who seemed in great haste to get away from the place. In any case, he was selling the house at a price well below the market value. The young couple were mystified as to why he would let this handsome house go at such a low price, but they congratulated themselves at their good fortune and closed the deal. As they made friends with the neighbors, they discovered that the man's wife had died in the house a short time before. "Ah," said the young woman, "he's probably so devastated by her death that he had to get away from their familiar surroundings, with their memories." The neighbor shook her head. "I doubt that," she said. "Their marriage was collapsing. In fact, towards the end they seemed to hate each other." The couple moved in happily, but soon they felt an uneasiness in the place they could not explain. They tried to ignore it and went on doing their renovations, tearing down walls, buying new furniture, putting their own stamp on the place. When they had completed their changes, they sent out invitations for a party, feeling that such an occasion would make the place feel more their own. The party was fully underway with laughter, banter, food and drink, a small band tuning up to play for dancing. All at once an icy chill prevailed the living room. A frightened gasp went through the group. A woman guest screamed, then another, for at the end of a room a ghastly scene had appeared, a silent scene, as though from a silent theatre. On a massive bed lay a woman. She seemed struggling in the throes of death. Her eyes blazed with fear and anger. She appeared to be aghast, as though she had just discovered a terrible truth. On a chair next to the bed sat a man. He was meeting the woman's gaze with a small, tight smile, as though he were congratulating himself and taunting her. The young host and hostess gripped each other, for the spectre looked exactly like the man who had sold them the house. Many of the people at the party were neighbors, and they recognized the dying woman as the man's wife. The vision was seen by the entire company for a brief, although seemingly endless moment. Then it faded as silently as it appeared. The party ended. The band was dismissed, the dancing cancelled. One of the neighbors, saying her goodbyes to the host and hostess, commented that the room had been the older couple's room when they were living. The young couple nodded awkwardly. Within the week they had sold the house, including their new furniture, and moved out.